Hey everybody, my name is Mike. I am not for Coltrane. Welcome to your Coltrane Tuesdays for this, the 27th day of February in the year 2024 of the Common Era. Hi, I was actually able to get things together. I think all the things are functioning and doing what they're supposed to. It looks like that's functioning. It looks like that's functioning. Hopefully the audio is also working, and we'll see how this goes. So yes, today we wrap up the Leap Back In series. Leap Day is almost upon us, coming up later this week. And so we are going to get back to one of the things that definitely was a significant factor in inspiring the Leap Back In series, which is I'm going to take another crack at Beautiful Day by U2. A bit of a cheat, yes. I was a big whole elaborate thing for me just to get back to this. Well, not entirely, but that was definitely where a significant part of the idea started. So we're going to do that. We're going to do a new version. Okay, there we are. There's a dog. Happy week of Leap Day. Thank you, Mark, for chiming in and also letting me know that the audio is in fact functional. So I'm gonna do Beautiful Day again. I think I have spent this time a closer to adequate amount of rehearsal in putting all the pieces together. There was a tiny bit of simplification to make sure that that's going to work out, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be really frustrated if it ends up being similarly rough to last time. But we will also play a round of the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game, in which people will give me live suggestions, requests right here on the webcast, and I will have to respond to those requests regardless of whether I know them. So someone might request a song that I do know, in which case I'll try to remember how to play it. Someone might request a song that I kind of sort of know, meaning I'm familiar with the song, but I've never tried to play it myself, in which case I will try to figure out how to play that particular song. Maybe someone will request a song that I don't recognize at all. Make sure that's kind of the shape I want it to be. Yeah, there we are. That's a little better. Maybe someone will request a song that I kind of sort of know. I don't say, maybe someone will request a song I don't recognize at all. I have no idea what song it is they're talking about, in which case I will have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. So go ahead and get those requests in whenever you are feeling prepared for that. But now, after a bunch of additional preparation, we're going to try to get back to the U2 song that I did not do so well last time. Let's see if I can get my edge headgear on appropriately. That's sort of kind of like that. Okay, I feel okay about that. I think that's where that needs to be. Beautiful Day, yes, the lead single off the All That You Can't Leave Behind album from quite a while ago, in fact, a little before the turn of the millennium, right around that time. And we are going to see how this goes. Oh, and I had another thing of notes I was supposed to bring with me. So we'll see how we get to when we get to that point where there's supposed to be some notes that I'm referring to. In any case, this is what we're doing now. We are doing Beautiful Day by U2, and a key factor, one of the things that seemed to be an issue last time was one of the early loops. Beth remarked that she could not hear it coming through, and it turns out that was on purpose. So I'm going to articulate a little better this time in what's actually happening and when, so not to be alarmed when one of the loops sounds like it's not there. But don't worry, it will come back later. So we'll see how this goes. But in the meantime, we're gonna get things started. I have to try to sync myself up with a little flashing light down here. That's about right. All right, this next thing I'm going to record, I don't need it right away. So I'm going to try to record it a little softly and do it in a way you can't really hear very much. Okay. You probably can't hear that, and that is okay. Because that's going to come back later. But what we do need right now is a different pattern, which is something like this. All right, I think we have all the pieces there. Let's see how this goes. The heart is blue, up from the stormy ground. There's no room, no space to rent in this town. You're out of luck, and the reason that you had to care, the traffic is stuck. I was so close. All right. So there was a thing that chipped the wrong pedal, and that was a problem, and I was messing with the volume here. So, all right, we're gonna do this one last time. No matter what happens, we're going ahead with it. All right. All right, here we go. That's for later. Get that ready to go. Okay, now we'll try this. artist bloom. It shoots up from the stony ground. There's no wind. Space for rest in this town. You're out of luck. And the reason that you had to care, traffic is stuck. You're not moving anywhere. You thought that you found a friend. Get you out of this place. Someone you could lend a hand in return for grace. Beautiful day. Sky falls and feel like a beautiful day. On the road, you got no destination in the mud. And the maze of her imagination, love this town. Even when that doesn't ring true, it's been all over. It's been all over you. It's a beautiful day. Let it get away. Beautiful day. Touch me. Take me to that other place. Teach me. No, I'm not a hopeless case. There's a star man waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our mind. There's a star man waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. See the world in green and blue. See the seven seas swallowing the moon. East of Finglas, north of Eden, laughter is the evidence of freedom. See Adam asking Eve for a pardon. Wasn't a woman, he threw God out of the garden. See the bird with a leaf in her mouth. After the flood, the colors came out. It was a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Touch me. Take me to that other place. Teach me. No, not a hopeless case. If you don't have, you don't need it now. What you don't know, you can feel somehow. What you don't know, you don't need it now. Don't need it now. Gloria in de Domine. Gloria, Gloria, Gloria. Miserere. Gloria, Gloria. Beautiful day. Made it through on the second pass. All right, there you go. That was, I don't know that I actually redeemed myself, but it certainly was better, especially when I was able to do it the second time through. So there you go. I'm really quite warm. The Beautiful Day by U2 with foot tambourine, with multiple loops, with other effects and whatnots. The problem is if I hit the wrong pedal and it starts recording again, it's over. It's all over. Which is what happened the first time through, and started recording, so I wasn't able to then undo the thing that needed to be undone. But I feel a little better about it now that I've finally gotten all the way through the song. So yes, as Mark noted, that is a snippet of David Bowie in there. That is from a performance of U2's doing Beautiful Day with a chamber orchestra and a youth choir some years ago at Abbey Road, legendary Abbey Road Studios in London, as well as the new lyrics for the middle bit, inspired both by the songs of Surrender and the Tiny Desk concert that Bono and The Edge, that is the vocalist and the guitarist for U2, did at NPR, I believe, this past year, while promoting songs of Surrender. And while I was putting things together for this version, I was also looking at videos, and there are a lot of them, videos from U2's recent residency at the brand new Sphere in Las Vegas. That it's been a big deal that they were the first people to perform there, and so they've been doing these big multimedia spectacular things. I've seen people describe it online as like wearing VR goggles at an actual concert without your own VR goggles. But when they've been doing that, they've been doing it as an encore a lot. Apparently, I believe the residency is over, and so there was one that was posted where they had done Beautiful Day as the encore for their final show in their string of shows there at the Sphere in Las Vegas. During that part where the original song says, see the world in green and blue, see China right in front of you, and goes through the other things, presumably viewing the world from space, perhaps. At that point, the whole ceiling, as it were, of the Sphere is covered with images of birds and other creatures, and it is kind of cool. So the lyrics then go something like, see the world in green and blue, see all God's creatures all around you, see then there's it talks about a kind of bee, it talks about a peregrine falcon, a mariposa, presumably the butterfly, and all these various other things leading up to see the bird with the leaf in her mouth, which is a nice way of sort of bringing it all together. I could not find a complete copy of all of those lyrics and I'm listening and trying to figure out what he's saying, but I wasn't quite confident with it, so I did end up going with the lyrics from the Songs of Surrender version. But also from the Sphere performances, they have been mixing in a bit of U2's song Gloria, I believe from the October album, I think, possibly. A little bit there at the end. I was looking at earlier U2 performances of Gloria. So well, maybe not obviously. There's Latin. There's stuff in there that's not English. The official lyric is something like Gloria in te Domine, Gloria, Gloria, and which I believe, now I'm a little too young to have experienced the Roman Catholic Latin Mass being everywhere. So I very much grew up in the post-Vatican II era, when the Mass in the vernacular, in the local language, was the much more common standard. But it sounds like the Gloria in te Domine would be a pretty natural part of the Gloria in the Mass. I found out also, and when listening to the recent U2 version, when then looking back at earlier versions of Gloria, I think U2 has been switching up that lyric. Bono sometimes, as toward the end of the song, instead of Gloria in te Domine, he says Gloria miserere, which I believe is part of the of an act of contrition, or a Latin translation of one of the penitential psalms from earlier in the Bible. So yeah, lots of stuff. I do enjoy that Bono and I have at least one thing in common, which is we really like weaving in bits of other songs into the song that we're currently doing. It's something that Bono has done a lot. I've talked about it periodically here. The Live Aid show that really put them on the map here in the U.S. That's the one where Bono leapt off the stage and then was eventually able to connect with a person in the crowd, and they embraced and had this moment. When Bono got back up on the stage, the idea was, well, we're out of time to do the third song in our set, so we're just going to vamp a little bit here. And he brings in a little Lou Reed, Take a Walk on the Wild Side. He brings in, I think, Ruby Tuesday from, and so all sorts of other fun stuff. And I enjoy that. I enjoy that a lot, and I'm glad that I'm able to do a bit of that. So, presuming that things are still functional, it looks like we still have video, looks like we still have audio. There may be a few people who are watching live in one spot or another. Now we're going to run into the spot where I wish I had my notes, but we're going to see what I can do here with what I have in front of me. So first off, I'm going to say, if you missed the top of the show, we are still doing a round of the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game in just a few moments. Now is a great time to get your song request in. The way we play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game is people give me a song request, and I have to respond to it. I have to play it regardless of whether I know the requested song. How that works is people might request a song that I do happen to know, in which case I'll try to remember how to play it. People might request a song that I kind of sort of know, like I've heard it before, or I've seen a bunch of people do it at open mics, or I've had it on a playlist that I've been listening to online, but I've never actually tried to figure out how to play it, although I'm familiar with the song. So in that case, I would try to figure out how to perform some reasonable facsimile of the song here in front of everyone. If I do not recognize the song that's requested at all, I will have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. Now is a great, wonderful time for you to get your requests in. But in the meantime, I did have a few other things I was going to try to talk about here, see if I can get this to function, because there is an individual who has been very generous with tipping. So of course I'm always grateful for folks who hit the like button, who hit the share button, who subscribe on YouTube, or who follow or like the page on the Facebook, or any of the other places. I'm on Instagram as well. Various websites.com/notforcoltrane is usually how to find me if I have an active account on that particular place. So I'm always very, very grateful for people who will follow that and share that around, and other people can see that. In addition, and I very rarely bring this up, but I do always put the links there so people can give me a tip, a financial contribution. Never expected, but always very welcome and very much appreciated if people are able to share that. And I think I need to grab something from the other part of the room which will allow me to pull up the thing here that I actually wanted to talk about. Let me see if I can make this work, if I can get this to do the thing here, and then I can continue to do it on the computer in the other room. All right, let's see if this will work if I don't destroy everything, because I wanted to make sure I correctly credit the individual who has been pretty regularly jumping in with contributions to the show here, for which I'm very, very grateful. And I wrote his name down, and then I didn't have it here in front of me because I left my notes in the other room. But this should allow me to pull it up on the computer so that I can see that the name that I'm looking for is, in fact, M. Ralph Suskind. So thanks very much to Ralph Suskind for his periodic contributions to Not for Coltrane. I'm very, very grateful for that. And in fact, because of that, I want to do something special for Ralph. Ralph if you're watching, or if this gets back to you one way or another, you get to determine the theme for our April shows here on the Coltrane Tuesdays program. I don't know what that theme will be. It could be a style. It could be a performer. Well, I try to do several of their songs to lead off the shows in April. It could be something seasonal. It could be I don't know. We'll see what happens. So obviously I did U2 songs in January. This month I said leap back in for Leap Day, where I'm doing songs that I've done before, but I'm brushing off and taking another crack at. I've already said that March is going to be March 4th, which is I'm going to be leading off all the shows with songs that I've never attempted before. So I'm going to be learning songs that are brand new to me to lead off the next month. But April is wide open. So Ralph, if you would like to select a theme for April, that is all you. So thanks very much to Ralph for his contributions there. And I also wanted to mention Ralph had in one of the comments along with the tip there, he mentioned that he wondered if I had any familiarity with a group, a band called Camp Hoboken, which included a guy named Greg Cagno and had been playing at Godfrey Daniels back in the day. I'm not familiar with the band. Don't think I'm familiar with the other folks, but I do know a little bit about Greg Cagno because Greg has been coming to these events periodically with Dave Fry, of course, one of the founders there at Godfrey Daniels, and really a key part of the Godfrey Daniels community for a very long time, which is a nice segue into another thing I want to let people know about, which is tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is the monthly Dave's Night Out over at Godfrey Daniels. These are, like I say, monthly events. Dave brings in other performers, songwriters, musicians, and they have a chance to swap songs, go back and forth, and also talk about what they do. So it's part concert, part interview, and it's a chance to also for the audience to ask questions of the performers and find out more things about what they do and how all that comes together. The performers at tomorrow night's Dave's Night Out are Alex Radis and George Robb, both of whom are wonderful, wonderful songwriters and performers. Alex has been doing his own jazz ensemble with sort of a swing time jazz manouche sort of a feel to that, which is wonderful. He also, you know him as part of a band called Hot for Robot, which does sort of more of an experimental alternative rock sort of thing. George Robb, for a long time, was one of the leaders and the drummer for the Philadelphia Funk Authority. George has also been doing a podcast for a very, very, very long time. It is all sorts of interesting stuff that he writes songs about and has been performing solo for quite a while. So I'm very eager to see these individuals talking with Dave and seeing where that conversation is going to go. I believe it's $15.50 to get in, so it's a cheap date. Go check out godfreydaniels.org to reserve your space for tomorrow night's show. I believe it's a 7 o'clock start time over at Godfrey Daniels here in Bethlehem, over on the south side on 4th Street. So check all of those out, and again, thank you very much to Ralph and to anyone who is able to make contributions through the tip links that are in the description. So now we will find out if anyone has contributed a request for the Not for Coltrane's Dump the Band game. Let's see, we've got, no request coming in on Facebook yet. And, okay, there's Beth. Let's see. Comments are not working. Oh, but the redemption was beautiful. Thank you very much to Beth, who has also been watching and is now able to come through with comments. Do an original that references other songs, or cover that references at least 2 songs. Oh, now the comments are working. Oh, you didn't like the pitch. I forgot what it was, but I remember laughing. Love Alex and George and Philly Funk. Thank you for all of those things. So, Beth, I'm glad that you are able to join in, possibly on both the computer and your phone. Grateful for all of those things. So now I'm understanding. I think Beth's pitch for an upcoming month was originals that reference other songs or a cover that references other songs or something like that. I'm not sure if that's a Stump the Band request, if that's a monthly theme request, or what exactly that is. But I do... let's see, a song that references other songs. I have one in mind, but I don't think it... Oh, hey, I have a song of mine that references two other songs. So in the event that ends up being the Stump the Band request, I do know what I'm going to do. I do, in fact, have an original song that references two other songs. But we'll see. Beth doesn't remember her... It's a Stump the Band request. She doesn't remember her request for April. That is fine. We'll see if Ralph gets back to us with his request for what we're going to do in April. So, if that is a Stump the Band request for a song that references two other songs, I do happen to have an original song that references two other songs. Let's see. Do I want to get harmonica out for this? It's in the key of B. I don't have that harmonic. Oh, I could bump it up to C. That would probably be all right. Yay, original! Yay, original. So, I usually do this song in the key of B to make it a little bit easier to sing, but if I want to try to get the harmonica in, I need to do a key that will work with harmonica, and I feel like, why not? We're just going to add more difficulty to some things. Take just a moment, make sure I actually remember what I'm doing. All right, that's good enough. Okay, I think I've got the essential bits of that particular song. So here we go. This song has a nice little preamble to it, which I like to do while getting the chords going on the guitar, because the story of this song is that it was inspired by actual events. Many years ago, I was the front man in a Jimmy Buffett cover band back when I was in high school, and we were based in the Baltimore area, you could say, kind of between Baltimore and DC. So we would venture all around the Baltimore area, performing for various local parrot heads and similar events and establishments, and sometimes venturing down into the DC area that wasn't too far away. And one time, if I remember correctly, we ventured up into rural southern Pennsylvania for an actual event known as the Rudy's Ransom Annual Pancake Breakfast. That's right, Beth says she wants to regrets her request because Jimmy Buffett, but this song is so fun she's not mad. Well, that's good. In fact, well, you know what? One of the songs that this references is a Jimmy Buffett song. There's another song that comes up that is not a Jimmy Buffett song, although Jimmy Buffett did do a version of it. So you'll have to listen and find out which one it is. When you recognize the songs as they come up, by all means, make some noise in the comments to say that's what's happening. In any case, we were at this event called the Rudy's Ransom Annual Pancake Breakfast, and for many years I would tell the story of what just exactly happened there as well as I could recall, because it was all sort of a lot. Until finally I paused and I asked myself, as so many of us have before, what would Jimmy Buffett do? He turned it into a song, of course, so that's what I did. She's been sipping on Bloody Marys since about 7 a.m. She's got her Hawaiian shirt on. She's ready for the fun to begin. There's sausages on the griddle. That orange juice is ready to pour. up to that barn and lined right up with her clan. Here at the Rudy's Ransom Annual Pancake Breakfast. Rudy's Ransom Annual Pancake Breakfast. The band's playing Jimmy Buffett. They're set up in the bar over there. Everybody's singing Margaritaville as they wave their plastic forks in the air. She works the buffet line, serving up those good pancakes. She flirts with all the old men, and the boys a third of her age. They sit on the ground, they pass cold buns around. They laugh and they celebrate while they meet and greet the dogs. Up and eat the sausage right off of their plates. Here at the Rudy's Ransom Annual Pancake Breakfast. Rudy's Ransom Annual Pancake Breakfast. Bathroom is an outhouse. She's painted periwinkle. People don't mind having a good old time. Then it started to sprinkle. People scattering in the downpour. She's dancing in the rain. When life is so damn good, there isn't any cause to complain. She spins around while the rain's falling down. The band's still playing Brown Eyed Girl. She feels the rain on her face. She knows this is her place. She doesn't have a care in the world. Here at the Rudy's Ransom Annual Pancake Breakfast. 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 There you go. I presume everyone caught the reference to the two songs that come into play there. Oh, Beth remarks she's sure that her co-workers think that she's nuts for silently singing and bopping along. Well, I'm grateful for that you are enjoying it. And Mark now jumps in. Happy Roads, Feed the Fire acoustic tribute version dropped in references to Kate Bush, David Bowie. Yes, in case we are interested, and it mentions that we can find that on YouTube. Well, Mark, that would be an excellent request for a song that I've never done before, so that would fit nicely into the March 4th theme coming up next week. So I believe that Mark had also mentioned, at some point or another, President of the United States of America. Again, fun band. Never mind. There's a whole story related to the bass player that was in the Jimmy Buffett cover band and him doing a song by the President of the United States of America. But that's not really relevant right now, and it's not an interesting enough story for me to tell it at this moment. If there's a request for that story, I will tell it later in perhaps another episode. But so I'm planning to lead off the March 4th series with a song that I've never done or never tried to learn from the President of the United States of America. But this other one, noted from Happy Roads, Feed the Fire, might be a thing that we look into. So thanks very much to all of you for hanging out, for sitting through the the partial attempt of Beautiful Day, and then finally the actual version, which is much closer to what I had intended a month ago. Thanks to everyone who hits that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all of the things that indicate to our algorithmic overlords that you would like to see more of this particular content. And special thanks to Ralph and anyone who has been clicking on those links to drop me a small contribution of any kind. It is never required, but always welcome, and I'm very, very grateful. And yeah, so until next time, when we march forth into a brand new series, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other. My name is Mike. I am not for Coltrane. See you next time.